Hello, welcome to Three Gorillas Podcast. It's the Friday show. It is Wednesday right now, but it will be released on Friday. I'm here. I'm your host, Lacey. Sammy's here as well.
Hi.
And my girlfriend, Alex.
I'm not your girlfriend anymore.
She's my fiance.
That took a very sharp turn. I thought I was going to be like, and we're not together anymore. Wait, no, we're together. We're fiancés.
That was my whole thought too. I'm just like, shit, this is going to be where Lucy finds out the truth.
We're getting married. I have a cold. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Like in what, like 2020? Something like that?
It's 2/22/2020.
Oh, wow. You got the whole day. Oh, yeah. You picked out the venue, so you got to have the day.
Yes. It's going to be
2/22/2020, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Did that have any kind of like mystical significance
It's
at all?
supposed to be like the, it makes like an infinity symbol, apparently. Like that's the infinity day.
That's not why she picked it. I wanted to get 2/2/2020 because it's a palindrome. 02/02/2020. It's the same forwards and backwards.
Ah, okay.
But
that was a Thursday, and my mother said she wouldn't
It's a Sunday.
attend.
It's a Sunday?
It's a
Okay.
Sunday.
My mother said she wouldn't attend
Because
if it
apparently
wasn't Saturday.
Sundays, I don't give a shit what your mother wants to do. She can not attend if she doesn't want to. But
Isn't she the one paying for it?
Well,
Everything.
that's the problem.
Yeah, so I guess she gets her way, huh?
But I guess things on Sunday, like I guess Sunday's a bad day to have a wedding. I don't know why.
Really?
That's
Sunday?
what people say.
Because if you think about it, like there's church service that day,
And
then people have to take off that Monday. Whereas like a Saturday, they come in on that Saturday and they leave on that Sunday, and they don't have to take off any days from work.
they have to take off Friday.
They don't necessarily have to. They can
Why
come
would
in
they
on
have
that
to take
Saturday
off Monday if they come in Sunday?
because they're flying home.
Okay,
Is
so
it at
to
night?
fly in, they'd have to fly in on Friday.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm just making sense.
My mom said no, and she's paying, so we're
Okay,
gonna go with
You
that.
can go with that. You don't have to make up some other shit.
My sister is like in charge. That's interesting.
Instead of you?
Oh, my sister's like she's the coordinator because she dubbed herself the maid of honor. She said, "As your maid of honor," and I said, "Did I ask you?" And she goes, "I just am." And I'm like, "Okay." She goes, "As your maid of honor." I'm like, "When did I tell you were?" She goes, "I just am. It's always been. It's now how it has to be." I'm like,
Better
"Oh my
just
god."
let her have that. Her whole family's like scared of her for some reason. They're just like, we have to do what Emily wants. It's like, why?
Emily's
Let's hope
scary.
none of your family listen to this.
Well, hey,
I tell this to them. But
and
Okay.
she's paying for the wedding cake, so
That's a big one too,
yeah,
for sure.
she's paying for it. And I think it's gonna be a Publix wedding cake because she works at Publix and can get a discount, and she can
Nice.
watch them make it to make sure it's perfect. She'll be in there watching them make it.
That's kind of a douchebag thing to do.
it is.
She's a hot mess. No, it's great because like at least it's gonna be exactly what I want.
That's true. You need
Well,
a
it'll be exactly
crazy
what Emily
person.
wants.
You need a crazy person to really plan a wedding correctly. Just
Yes.
like I remember I worked for a wedding planner once with Danny. It was a football player's wedding, and it was in Naples. And this woman was so high strung, like it was like 3 days worth of effort. And by the third day, this woman was just like sitting in a chair with two people fanning her, barking orders at people. And it's like, we're doing all the work, woman.
I don't get people that like give a shit about their job, because I'm like, I don't
Give a shit.
not that much of a shit. Because like there are people like today at work. The entire first half of my day was just filled with meetings and random Christmas shit. Like we did Secret Santa and shit, and then we had like.
How did that go? Whoever got your cheese puffs? Were they
My
popular?
Well, I had the biggest box there. Sammy, my plan for Secret Santa was a $10 limit, but I wanted to have the biggest box. So I bought cheese puffs, like the barrel of cheese puffs.
Yeah.
I bought one of those. And then I
Nice.
put it in a Home Depot box, like a moving box, and I wrapped it, and it was the biggest box there.
Nice.
But my original plan was just to buy, like, to get the Home Depot moving box and put like a $1 bag of chips in it.
Nice.
But that's not a great idea.
No, it's not.
But
The
they
barrel
liked
was
the
a good
cheese.
idea.
They liked it.
That's funny. Who got it?
My boss, Damaris, which is funny because she's like tiny. The thing was half the size of her.
Was it like Secret Santa or was it like White Elephant?
It was White Elephant. We could steal
I hate
things.
White Elephant.
They stole things from me twice.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I mean, I don't care. I didn't want their shit anyway.
Did you end up with like M&Ms?
I ended up with a cup of, like a mug with M&Ms on it, filled with M&Ms, which is good.
M&Ms are good.
All right, so Lisi, you're hosting. We're just talking about bullshit at this point. This is the Friday show, so we probably should have some kind of segment or something.
Okay, well, the only thing, I mean, this is pointless because neither of you really know who she is.
No idea.
But there's this woman, Candace Owens.
This is where I clock out.
Okay, so Candace Owens is like a right-wing woman. She's like a right-wing personality. She's this black woman. She's like this young black woman who's controversial basically because she likes Donald Trump and she's like a Republican. Whatever. I think Kanye West said that he loved her or something. Like, he likes her, and so that was a whole thing, whatever. You know, Kanye West is as though, like, he likes Donald Trump. All that shit. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I didn't know anything about her. Like, she was famous, like, months ago. Like, 6 months ago or something. Like, she was big because Kanye probably tweeted some shit about her or whatever. Yeah. Or maybe a year ago at this point, I don't know. But I never looked into it because I didn't care. But, like, just recently, there's 2 podcasts. She was on Russell Brand's podcast. Russell Brand has a podcast that I like to listen to.
Oh, yeah, that sounds cool.
So I listened to her on there. And I just think it's interesting because she comes to a lot of points that, like, I agree with, like things she talks about, but I don't agree with her solution for it. So I think it's just interesting. Like, she's this black woman, and she'll, like, talk about stuff in the black community, like, you know. Like, she'll admit that there's, like, systemic issues in the black community caused by other shit. By, like, historical stuff. But she says it's, like, the welfare system that is fucking up black people. And wow. I'm like, what? She's like, we need to abolish the welfare system. And I'm like, what?
All right. Okay.
So I really wanted to talk to Danny about it because I think he'd have more of a, like, something to say about it. But
knowing Danny, it would just be a long or angry rant.
Yeah, but I think it would be interesting because, you know, I don't know. It's interesting to hear her talk because I disagree with her on everything she says. But, like, I agree with some of the...
She brings up the proper points, but she has such very different ideas on how to solve
like, the weird thing
issues.
is, like, I agree with a lot of the way she thinks about things. But, like, the points that she comes to, I think, are all wrong. But the way that she thinks, I think, is kind of, like, correct in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. All right, I can see that. Just... It's ridiculous to me how people... I'm just sorry, because you mentioned the welfare program. It's ridiculous to me that people think that that's an okay thing to shut down in wholesale.
Well, I think it makes people program. Lazy.
But...
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, can you hear me?
There? So, folks, while Lucy's out of commission, I'm sure he's talking.
Hello?
You back?
Okay, yeah, hey. But people think welfare, like, makes you lazy or some shit. But
it's the dumbest thing.
And then they're like, oh, look at all these people who, like, what's it called? Like, siphon off the welfare system or whatever, welfare queens or whatever.
It's like only a small percentage does that.
But it's just like anything.
Yes.
People are gonna obviously take advantage of it.
People will take advantage of anything at all. Anything that has ever been made, people will find a way to take advantage of it. Doesn't mean you have to get rid of it. It just means that take that into consideration.
Also, yeah, you're right. It's a small percentage. And 2, the people who, I don't know, I kind of disagree with the whole, I mean, I'm sure there are people who take advantage of it, but also, like, a lot of the people who stay at home and just use the welfare system are single, or like, well, maybe not single, but like women taking care of children. Like, so that's a job in and
Well,
of
how
itself,
hard of a job is that?
because they're gonna grow up and make tax.
Don't get me started.
You'll find out.
Are you a woman
You'll
taking
find
care
out,
of
Lisa.
children?
Don't worry. No, thank God.
I want to be a
I'm a man
stay-at-home
making money
dad after the kids start going to school.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's my dream.
That would be the ideal, because the first 4 years.
Yeah, but after they
is
start going to
horrendous.
school, I'm like, what's the problem here? Like, especially
Yeah.
when they're teenagers, they just come home
Well, I
and then they ignore you. That's the best. What? That's the best.
Yep. You remember? Do you remember when we were like teenage? I don't know if Dad ever did this to you, but like to me, like we grew up in like the 90s and 2000s.
We did not grow up in the 90s, Sammy.
There were all these
I
things.
grew up in the 90s.
No, you didn't.
I mean, I was born in Lucy. I was born in.
So you were
88,
12
literally,
in
I remember.
2000. You were a child in the 90s. I guess you're
Yeah.
right. You grew up more in the 90s than I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you were born in 94, so you have hardly any memories of the 90s. Yeah, sure. But, like, I think I remember one of my class assignments was to make, what was it? Support banners for the presidential elections. And, like, half the class was supposed to do blue, and the other half was supposed to be red. And I remember it was Clinton and... because it was 96. So Clinton was running against who? I can't remember. Was it Bush?
In 96?
That's not Bush. It was someone else.
Yeah.
96 was Clinton and I think Bob Dole or something. No, that was H.W. Bush, I think it was Bob Dole. Clinton somebody, who knows? I don't care.
Well, whatever. I remember like I made the banner for Clinton. I just like this is you
Make
can't
a
do
banner
that
for
shit
Clinton?
now. Like, well, it was a school assignment.
I
where they,
remember
like,
we
made
had
you
a
pick
school
sides.
election in the 2004 election. And 2004 I was 10. So it was George W. Bush and John Kerry. And we had like an elementary school election.
Oh wow. I know, right? This is the dumbest thing. You
Yeah,
guys have
I
no
picked John
concept of what's
Kerry.
going on. Like,
I don't know why. I think I was just
Yeah.
a contrarian when I was 10.
Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah,
everyone
we
was
were in
doing
Spring Hill
Bush.
at the time, so everybody was... I mean, they were children, but their parents were Republican.
Yeah, but their parents wasn't. Wait, what in 04 wasn't Bush's approval rating low?
Yeah,
No,
he
it
was probably
wartime, it was probably
like,
real
incredibly
high.
high. I don't know.
Yeah. But around the end of like 2007, his approval
Well,
rating
at
was
the
way
end-
in
It
the
was
pits.
actually better than what Trump's is currently.
Well, yeah, Trump is beating all records.
He is the
So that's
greatest
something for
and
Trump.
the
I mean,
worst president ever.
yeah, he's the greatest at being the worst. Yeah, for sure. I think someone put on Facebook today like a thing saying that like today is the first. Well, it was last Friday, but it was like this is the first Friday in American history where literally like every member of like the president, his entire staff, and like his family, like it lists a whole bunch of people are being indicted for felonies. Like, so yay for us. Because like literally his entire staff
Oh yeah.
is being
So,
indicted. So
on top of that, though, when I was
Yay.
in third grade, I was in. It was like they were doing like it was right before the 2000 election, and so it was Bush against Al Gore, I think. And I remember coloring in
sounds right,
George
yeah.
Bush's face on my Scholastic newspaper.
I forgot.
Oh
about
yeah,
the
because
Scholastic
I was a
newspapers.
teacher recently, and so like during the Trump election, everybody was like, all the kids would tell me who their parents were voting for. It was so funny to see like the kids be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, my mom likes Trump," and it's like, okay, and it's like, Miss Allie, who are you voting for? And I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell you that, kiddo, because I want to keep like bipartisan. I don't want to be. One thing, and they're like, well, my mom likes Trump because Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton's a woman and she can't run for president because she's a woman. It's like, oh my God. Like, they had like such
Wow.
strong opinions. And these are like first and second graders that are telling me this. And I'm like, okie dokie.
I love that it's that kid's mom is
Right.
saying that women can't run for president. That's
Right?
so helpful to the movement. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
So that's
for
depressing.
sure.
But this is Florida, so maybe it's not the greatest temperature
Well,
gauge for
Florida's
the
a swing
United
state,
States.
so it might be one of the better ones.
Well, where's I guess you're kind of right. Yeah, it depends on what part of Florida you're in. And with Florida's weird because like depending on what like latitude you're at, it determines like the freaking the color your state is.
Yep. But I mean, every state's like that. Every place in the world is like that. Some areas think one way, and some areas think another way. Even in California, that's like completely liberal. Like they're like Northern California is all like rednecks and shit. I mean, a lot of it is. I don't know if it's all.
What was it? I know I know that recently like a historically super Republican section of California got flipped to Democrat. So that's helpful. So, well, yeah, regardless, we're not talking about politics today.
They're all pieces of shit. I don't like politicians. They're lizards.
I agree with you that both parties suck big old donkey balls. Yeah, for sure.
Even though I think Donald Trump is the first president in at least 100 years who is not a reptile.
He's just a shitty person?
Yeah, he's just a piece of shit. Because, like, people are like... It was funny because Candace Owens, the person, like, said she loves Donald Trump because he's authentic, and like, and I'm like, oh, but he is authentically a piece of shit. Like, he is authentic in how much of a piece of shit he is.
I'll give you that.
And I'm like, you shouldn't like somebody. Like, I get it. I really do get. Like, I think I sympathize a lot more with the Donald Trump voters because, like, at least now, because I don't agree with anything he says, but. Like, he wasn't a politician.
I mean, I feel like you're just trying to really polish a turd here.
I would have never voted for him in my life, Sammy. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying that the fact, I don't know, I just don't think that's enough to vote for a guy like that.
I don't think so either. But I understand because I didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton. And
I get it. They had a reason. It's just a bad reason.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. They should have voted third party then.
I mean, I didn't want to vote for Jill Stein or who was the other guy, the libertarian?
I don't know. I don't even remember that guy's name. I just looked up Jill. I looked up all the third party people, and Jill Stein had the most stuff that I felt connected to. She ended up. She
wanted to abolish all student debt.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know how she would have done that, but whatever. Awesome.
It would have been cool. I wouldn't have had student debt. I think it would have had other ramifications, though. But
I mean, it would only it really would hurt the companies that hold those debts.
They're federal student loans.
Yeah, I know they're federal student loans. I mean, not all student loans are federal student loans.
The ones that she would have been able to forgive are federal student loans. Any private student loan she wouldn't have been done. I mean, this is all theoretical. She wouldn't have been able to abolish federal student loans in the first place because we have checks and balances. But I'm saying that if she did, the only thing she could do is federal student loans. Any other student loans, which are the really bad ones, like the private student loans and shit, those are the ones that people have horror stories about. She couldn't have done anything about that.
I was gonna say, couldn't someone do something about that in government? Like if they all voted on it,
we would have to drastically change the way the economy works to be able to do that.
I mean, that might not be the worst thing, considering that corporations.
I agree with you, but
politicians.
I agree with you, but I'm saying like
it would have to. It would need to be processed. I can't think of the word because I'm so exhausted today. It would need to a big change would have to happen beforehand. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, but if somebody just forgave all student loan debt, that's already a huge change. So
I was gonna say if we could, if presidents can just pardon prisoners, they should be able to do shit like that sometimes.
Pardoning prisoners is like nothing. Like what is
really because certain terrible people can be pardoned really.
Yeah, but it's like one person. And I get it, terrible people can walk free like Joe Arpaio or whatever. But I'm saying it is one person. That's way different than forgiving billions of dollars of student loan debt. That is way different than saying this one guy is now out of jail.
It can't be that much of our economy hinges on that shit because that stuff never gets repaid.
Yeah, they do.
No, man, because everyone just defaults on that shit. Like,
Sammy, these are federal student loans. They're not.
no, I'm talking about the private ones. You pay back the federal ones, yeah, of course. I'm talking about the private ones.
Well,
Everyone defaults on that shit.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. Obviously, they get paid back. But
And they have crazy interest rates, and that's how most people that's how banks and shit make money is off of interest.
Yeah,
and they do make their money back. Like, say, no matter what, they'll make their money back. They have insurance for insurance companies. Like, they have insurance for loans. Yeah. Like, they don't. They know they will not let anybody have their money unless they know for a fact they're getting their money back in some way. Sammy,
that would be the big change, is the fact if they got forgiven, all those insurance companies getting their insurance payments like paid out like by their insurance companies.
Yeah.
And so then all those insurance companies would go bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's ridiculous. We have the dumbest fucking. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're getting off track. There is no track, but. So I just want to apologize to everyone. It's a pretty low-key episode of the Friday Show. Danny couldn't make it because his computer exploded.
His laptop doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to get that fixed before the new year, for sure.
Luckily, I don't see that happening, but we'll see.
Danny's making money now. He could do it.
I don't know. Maybe.
He's making good money now. He told me how much he makes. It's pretty good.
He's making good money, but he also has, like, a family.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem to care about them. They're still here. He's in Boston.
Okay. I guess that's one way to look at it.
Oh, man. Let's see. Do you got anything else you want to talk about, brother?
Alex, you got anything?
I cold, and I have a cold.
Topic?
You have a cold?
Yes. I just set up my bridal appointment for my dress.
Ooh. Who's paying for the dress?
My parents.
Yeah, because that's expensive shit.
No, it's not. I'm going to a discount bridal place.
Okay, just hold on. She just remember what she said. She said, "No, it's not. No, it's not expensive." Now let's hear the price she thinks is not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Under $1,000.
Anything around $1,000 is expensive.
They said if I say yes to the dress the first time, because they have dresses from $100 up to $999, and they don't go over $1,000.
Yeah, that might be pretty similar because my wife got her dress for $500. That was her dad paid for that.
Yeah, that's about the price I'm gonna pay. And if I say yes the first time, I get 20% off.
What does that even mean?
If I buy the dress the first appointment that I go to, I get 20% off.
Okay.
So there you go.
That's a good deal,
right?
Yeah.
It's a discount bridal store. So basically, what they do is they go to the big boutiques around the area, and they say, "Hey, what do you have anything from last season?" They buy them in bulk, and then they sell them at lower prices.
Oh man,
I know it's like it gives me a headache too, but it's what it is. Dresses are so expensive if you don't go to like a discount bridal store. Like you can't.
Everything in the wedding is super expensive.
You can't walk into a boutique and say you want to spend less than $1,500. They won't find anything for you.
Yeah.
And they go up to like what, $23,000. The average price someone pays is like $4,000 for a wedding
I don't
dress.
get weddings. I don't understand the point of this shit. It just sounds stupid. Like, why are you gonna...
Listen, it's the one thing my mother asks for.
I know, but why? Why do you want this? I don't want a huge event that's gonna cost like $10,000. Like, this isn't... Just let's get married in a courthouse.
We've already picked the venue. I can't. I'm having a cathedral veil.
Now.
What?
Cathedral veil. The veil's like 9 feet long.
Holy shit.
That's like 5 times longer than you.
I know. I want it that way. I want it to be like I'm walking in and there's a huge veil behind me.
Oh. You're gonna have like a 4-year-old like picking it up for you? Like
it just, yeah. It's gonna be so nice.
So I know someone already forced themselves into being your maid of honor. Did you guys figure out how many groomsmen and bridesmaids you guys are gonna have?
3.
I just wanted you and Danny there.
Bri is helping to pay for the cake, so he gets to be a groomsman.
If he wants, I don't care. Doesn't matter.
So it's gonna be me. It's gonna be my sisters and my cousin, and then on we see side is gonna be you, Danny, and Bri.
Bri, I guess.
Some guy I'd never met. Yeah, I gotcha.
My sister's boyfriend.
Ah.
Why does he want to be a groomsman?
I don't know. Just invite him.
Okay, whatever. I don't care.
He just wants to be
Doesn't
in the
matter.
party.
He's invited to the wedding.
He wants to be a part of it.
Whatever.
I
Okay,
love, Lucy, I love how when you first told me you were going to get married, and I was just like, oh, get ready. And you're just like, no, I'm not going to have any part in the planning. Like, just.
Well, this isn't like, I don't know. Maybe I have a different definition of stress. It doesn't matter to me. The only thing I care about is the food. I just don't want white food. But other than that, you can do.
Yeah.
Make sure you get people to serve the food, too.
Yeah.
Don't
that
be like
comes
my
with
wedding.
it.
Well, no, we
don't
wanted
be
to
like
do a
my
buffet
wedding.
style.
Oh, yeah, we can do
Yeah.
buffet. I'm sorry. We're doing buffet.
Ah, okay.
But you still have to have the people like warming the plates underneath it. It's like two people that work
buffet
there
style.
that come in
Buffet
and
style
like
is really cool.
put the warming
Sorry.
plates on. So it's gonna be like half Italian, half Cuban food.
That's fine.
And that way the white people can go to the Italian side and your dad can eat pork and fucking beans like he does every fucking day of the week and not cook
It won't
the
just
plate.
be like it won't just be Dad. It'll be me and Danny there.
That's true.
Because I
It'll
don't
be my
because I don't
entire
want
side
to eat
of the family.
lasagna.
I think it's crazy how it's like he won't eat like anything.
My dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither will Ilya. It's just
I think it's a Cuban thing. I don't know.
that's crazy. Like that just boggles
true.
my mind. It's like then how are you gonna taste like the best food? Like Thai food is like fucking
He likes-
amazing
he
and
likes-
sushi and fucking shit like that.
He likes what he likes. Just let him have it. Who gives a shit?
Calamari.
Well, I gotta go to that Thai food place this Sunday. Actually, yeah.
It's
The
so
place you guys told me
Sammy.
about.
Go to that temple. It's so good and it's cheap.
I'm gonna go this.
You
You guys should go on Sunday. We can. I don't know if you guys have some money. We could all
So
go.
Danny said he won't go because they're Buddhists.
No, Danny said he
Yeah.
didn't want to go into the temple.
And he's
Yeah, because Danny is very superstitious. Like
I don't get it though. I just don't get it.
Because Danny's not smart. That's the
Well,
main thing
I'm-
you
Danny
gotta tell
is
yourself.
smart in some things.
All of us are superstitious. Danny's just superstitious in different things.
He's
That's
superstitious
probably a
when it
fair
comes to
point, yeah.
religion. I did a whole like I told them that I did one of my research papers for my religions class on Santeria, and he like freaked out.
Danny's done so much research into hoodoo and voodoo. He's got no reason to freak out over you doing research into Santeria.
Actually-
Danny could name all the Loa gods. Like,
It's amazing. Actually, the religion is really interesting, and a lot of it, I actually got like 100% on my research paper. Thank
Ooh.
you.
Look at this bitch, so smart.
I did.
teacher's pet.
I got like 100% on like everything I wrote in that class because like I actually gave a shit in that class. But it was really interesting because like I didn't realize how close to like how with like Catholicism, how close it is like to the Catholic faith. It's weird.
Oh, it's one thing that Catholics and Christians in general are good at is making other religions seem exactly like it.
It's so good. It's like
Yeah.
it's so cool. So I did like a bunch of research because I had to do like what it is and how it is today. And apparently, like when the Pope went to Cuba, he didn't like meet with the Santeros and everything, and they were like really upset about that. Because they're like, why won't he meet with us? And it's like, because you guys fucking sacrifice shit. I don't know. I mean, he has an
Yeah.
Instagram, and he's like, he's okay with the gays, but I don't think he wants to mess with like the fucking voodoo and hoodoo shit. So.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to a bunch of people who sacrifice chickens and goats all the time.
Well, you know, and they do it. Like, I understand why people do that kind of stuff. Like, have you watched the show Dark Tourist?
No, it's on my watch list.
Oh my god, so good. He goes into like a voodoo priestess's house, and he like performs like a voodoo ritual with her, and like they have like, you know, their belief system. You know, it's like I understand why they believe they need to sacrifice animals. I get that. I wouldn't do it, but more power to them.
There's an episode of Dark Tourist that's so great. He goes to some place, I forget what, but their whole thing is they sacrifice 8 million animals. Like, it's people literally going
It's
around.
like Indonesia, isn't it?
They're just
In, like, in a
indiscriminately
day?
stabbing
Singapore.
dogs and
It's
shit.
Singapore.
And
Holy
like, they're
shit.
just killing them in the streets and stuff. And he's just watching, like, 100 animals just get killed. And
Like,
he's-
wait, is this like 8 million animals in like a day?
It's like they kill like 30 animals or something like that because they believe because what they do is when someone dies, they don't bury them immediately. They let them sit out for a certain amount of time. So for this guy, it was 2 years that he sat out, and he was they call it resting. He's resting in the house. So he's mummifying basically in the house while he's dead and he's decaying and everything inside the house.
But it's also a thing where people bring as a gift as animals to sacrifice.
Yeah, they bring animals to sacrifice because they believe the animals will allow him to go to their spirit realm.
So
or something
it's everybody comes there with an animal to sacrifice for the guy. So it ends up being 80 animals there all ready to die.
Yeah.
And it's just one guy who loves his job, who just goes around stabbing things.
When they're dead, because they bleed out, and the more animals that you bring to sacrifice, the quicker he goes to the next dimension or whatever.
Oh wow.
And so they bring a lot of animals, and then they use them all to cook with. So they eat all the animals. And then every year on the anniversary of their death, they go unwrap him and then put another shroud on him and then rebury him.
Jeez.
But there was they told the guy, they told the journalist or whatever, to buy an animal as a gift. And he thought it's they're just going to use it as livestock or something. He bought a goat or something.
He bought a pig.
He bought a pig, and he thought it was just going to be their pig or whatever. He didn't know they were just going to immediately kill it in front of everybody.
But, I don't like when people, I don't like when people kill animals. I love animals. I'm one of those people. You can fucking, suck my dick if you think that, whatever. I don't care what you think about animals. I don't care what you think about them. But basically, I feel sad. But I understand why they did it and why they do it. And, I watched that right after my grandma passed away. And I'm okay. I mean, I get it. I might not agree with it, but I understand why they do it. And whatever they do to help them with the grieving process, I understand.
And it's funny because Alex has a weird, philosophy when it comes to this because she loves animals. But she doesn't really eat meat, and I think it's only a byproduct because I'm a vegetarian. But, the only meat she eats is, really chicken, and she hates chickens.
Oh, my God, I fucking hate chickens. They can suck a dick. Today, I was in Ybor, okay, because we went to the Italian club to look at their venue, and there were these fucking chickens in the middle of the road, and I was honking, and he, reared up at me, and he was, coming and pecking at my car.
Really?
Because I honked at him. I'm
You should have run it down.
I can't. There's a fine. But,
What?
There's a fine to kill the chickens in Ybor.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a fine if you kill the chickens on purpose in Ybor. So it was a $200 fine. And I wasn't about to pay that. So I fucking backed up, and my mom's like, "You're going to kill the chickens." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I raised chickens. I know that chickens are fucking assholes. Okay, Daddy's calling. But
you take it.
Okay, I'm taking it. So chickens are fucking assholes, right? I raised them from when they were chicks. I fed them. I took care of them. I made their coop. I know all about chickens. I fucking hate chickens. They're assholes. I don't mind killing a chicken. I would kill a chicken.
I agree with you on this. I agree with you on this because I hate chickens too, mainly because I was attacked by a group of them as a child.
Well, here's the thing. When you're trying to put them back in their coop, they're fucking smart little assholes, okay? So, you try to put them back in their coop, and they run in the opposite direction away from you. It's bitch, I'm trying to help you. And it's nope, just run in the opposite direction away from me. And I'm fuck you two. Ducks, I cannot kill a duck. They're so sweet. One time I nursed a duck. So, we had ducks and chickens in the back of our daycare. We also had chinchillas and ferrets and 1,000 fucking birds and some other shit that I'm sure. I had my rats. And, it's one of those. And so one of the ducks got really sick because he drank stale water that got bacteria in it. And I had to flush his system with Epsom salt. So I fed him water with Epsom salt in it. And he recovered.
His brains out. Yeah.
He was so cute. And then, as we drove him back, he put his head out the window. It was super cute. And everybody was like, what the fuck is that? Because we're driving down a fucking street, and there's a chicken with his head out, or a fucking duck with his head out the window. So that was fun. But yeah, no, I fucking hate chickens. I love ducks because they're very sweet. and they won't bite you. But chickens go suck a dick. That's my argument.
That's your argument. It's a good argument.
Fucking hate them.
What's Luisi up to? Is he still talking to
I'm
Danny?
here.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Not much.
I'm
It's a
tired.
good story. Yeah, me too, man. I've been working all day.
It's 35 minutes long enough.
We've literally been bullshitting. I feel bad for anyone who's going to listen to this episode.
Well, what is podcasting? It's just people talking. Who gives a shit?
Usually talking
true,
with
it's
an
true.
agenda, but you know.
It's not even.
No,
I mean, it
I
depends
was
on the
gonna say-
podcast.
Well, this is like our.
Dan Harmon does this.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon does this. He doesn't have any kind of plan.
Well,
He
Dan
just
Harmon
fucking
will even
talks.
come up with topics, though. Well, like, most of the time, he'll, like, have topics, and he'll go through every topic he had in, like, 10 minutes. And then he's like, okay,
Yeah.
I got 2 hours left. So what do I...
But like,
Oh, man.
yeah, I know, I understand. But so at work, we have a virtual reality thing, and
What?
yeah, we have virtual reality. So I know how to set up for virtual reality now because the person who is in charge of it, our director of education, is leaving us. So he taught like a bunch, like 5 of us how to do virtual reality. It's fucking. I've done virtual reality like 3 times with him. It's fucking dope, man.
Is it only the drawing thing you got to do?
Yeah. We went into
Oh, you
advanced
got
mode.
the cool drawing one, the 3D art one? That thing's
It's like
awesome.
the Google one. They paid like some exorbitant amount of money for the fucking system. It's fucking ridiculous how much they paid for it, but it's fucking cool. So we do like we can do like the drawing one, but then there's an advanced mode that like, you know, once you're like good with it, like there's more options to do like rotating backgrounds and that kind of stuff. And you draw like in real time and like in 3D. It's fucking dope. I went into advanced mode. It was dope. I'm like, fuck this shit.
Nice.
So me and my coworker Kurt, who like is hysterical, he's like my work buddy. We were fucking around with it so hard. He's like, I just want to do VR forever. And I'm like, because we have to set up for an event at like 3:00 in the afternoon on New Year's Eve. So we're going to be fucking around with it for like fucking hours. It's going to be great. And they pay me to play with a VR system. Like, what the fuck? They pay
Not
me
anymore, not...
to do art with like kids and shit. Like
Okay, that's cool.
I get paid to do the randomest shit and I love it. It's the greatest.
And you might get a good job with them, and then I'm going to quit my job, and I'll be so happy.
I told my mother
Yep, I
about
can't-
DJ Luscious, by the way.
That's my rap producer name.
What's my
Yep.
And my rap name is Frizza because I'm like SZA, but I'm frizzy. I got frizzy hair, so I'm Frizza.
Do you know the singer Do you know the singer SZA? Sammy.
No.
Do you know RZA and Jizza from Wu-Tang?
Yes.
Okay, so off of that beat, I'm Frizza.
So it's pronounced Jizz. I've been listening to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan, but on Pandora, I see the GZA, and I'm like, Giza?
No, it's
Nope.
it's Jizza,
Yep.
RZA and Jizza.
Fair enough.
But
It's awesome music, so it's fine by me.
And something killer.
Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface
That's
Killer.
my favorite name.
That's your
That's
favorite.
literally
Yeah.
my favorite name.
He's
Ghostface
probably the
Killa.
best.
It's like AH. It's like you can't even
Yeah.
do killer. It's killer. Ghostface
I
Killer.
love Ghostface Killer's awesome. I actually like Old Dirty Bastard. I like his stuff.
can't.
Actually, it's pretty badass.
ODB.
I tried to get her to name every member of Wu-Tang.
I got like 3.
You got 3.
It's RZA. Well, no.
Well, at least the original 9 members, but
Yeah. I'm like.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
getting
I
there.
recently found out that there's originally 9 members of.
there was
of Wu-Tang Clan. I was like, holy
there's
shit.
like 9 original members, and then there's like probably like 15 other ones that joined later. But yeah, it's RZA, Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Ghostface Killer, Raekwon the Chef, Method Man, You God, Master Killer, Inspector Deck. I think that's all of them.
Yeah. I like Ariana Grande.
Yeah. What did you tell your mom about DJ Luscious?
I'm like, Weezy wants to quit his job if I get a good job and become a rap producer and just make beats for a rapper that Lisa knows. And she goes, oh my God. And I'm like, he does this shit just to piss me off.
Your mom loves me.
I know she loves you. I don't understand
It's
it.
a miracle. It's a miracle that you're getting married, Lucy.
I'm like, what am I gonna say to like my coworkers? Oh, I'm a fucking like director and coordinator of like school and museum shit. What did your husband do? He is a rap producer. He makes beats for rappers, and his name is DJ Luscious.
That's not bad.
That's
rap
bad.
producer's a pretty
Come
sweet
on.
gig. Yeah. Actually, I've listened to the guy, my wife's friend Lisa's friend who raps. He's pretty good.
Yeah, go on SoundCloud. They should go on SoundCloud so he can fucking make money, and I
What's
don't
his
have to
name?
work.
I have no idea
Anybody?
what his name is. Lisa sent me like a YouTube video of one of his songs, and he's pretty good. I told her to fucking tell him to get my beats. I'll send him some beats.
Dude,
Yeah.
and then you can make so much money, and I don't have to work.
Well, I mean, he's he's not like a famous rapper or anything.
Go on SoundCloud. You can
No.
be a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh God, they always end up great.
Fucking Post Malone, who I love. I love his music. I hate his face.
Look how white this bitch is.
What?
You're just like, I love Post Malone. Yeah,
I
I,
love
know
his
you're.
music.
I know you're a white girl. You love Post
I
Malone.
hate his face.
I've heard your girlfriend say Post Malone so many times. And
She
just
loves
in general.
him.
Like,
She really loves him. I don't know.
And Ariana Grande. Even though, like, I don't like her personal life too much because she's really mean to Pete. Like, Pete Davidson has had a hard time. He, tried to kill himself, last week. But,
Wasn't she nice to him
yeah,
after?
she sat in the lobby of SNL for, 4 hours waiting for him.
So why are you saying she's being mean?
No, I don't know. She, said something about his, because he was, saying that Kanye was, his rant on SNL was, totally dope. That was totally warranted and that, people shouldn't be complaining about mental health. And then she, said, what his tweet was horrible or whatever. She went back on his tweet. And then she's like, oh, shit, he wants to, fucking kill himself. And so she's like, oh, yeah, I should probably be nice to him. I like her, though. I like her, and I don't like Post Malone, as a person. I like his music. People are, questionable in person. Oh, my God, but Rosalia. We fucking love Rosalia.
Rosalia is a Spanish pop star, from Spain. She makes pop music, but
So good.
but it's kind of experimental pop with flamenco shit.
oh yeah, I've heard you talking about her. Yeah.
One of her songs, the beat of her song is a motorcycle revving up. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, they put it's just part of her song, a main part of the beat is just motorcycle engines, and it's cool. It's really good.
She's won 3 Latin Grammys because of it.
She's really good,
cool.
and it's weird that it's just I listen to a lot of obscure weird music, and
That you do.
And Alex is just really getting into this random pop star from Spain, and it's just
She's her songs are more poppy, and I'm starting to I can read Spanish pretty well. I'd say I can read Spanish probably 2nd or 3rd grade level. So I get it. We went to St. Augustine, and I could read all of the plaques that were in Spanish. And it was wow, I can read it pretty well. So I can tell what she's saying on certain songs. So I'm ooh, I can do that. And her stuff is it should be on you would find it on a top 40 radio station. Some of her songs. Malamente, and apparently that means badly. And
Yep. You said it very Italian though.
malamente. It's
Yeah,
malamente. That's how she says it in the song. She goes malamente. All of her songs have some form of beat made with clapping.
all of her songs have clapping in it, but that's really a flamenco type thing to do.
I get that.
A lot of her shit is super influenced by flamenco music. Her first album she ever made is just a flamenco album. It's just her and a flamenco guitar shit.
It's great. I like it because her voice is, I don't know. I like it. I like also Camila Cabello, who did that Havana song and shit. I'm just saying, if Rosalia got with Camila Cabello, and Ariana Grande, it would be a fucking trilogy of amazing. Because they're all in that same range, but Ariana Grande can really go up in the pipes, and it's oh man, if they did a fucking song together, I would lose my shit. It'd be great.
All right, so you heard it
I
here,
can make
folks.
the beat.
Everybody, you heard it here, everybody. check out all these people that they just mentioned that I don't remember.
You don't know who? I'm pretty sure everybody listening knows who Ariana Grande is.
Yeah, every American person here knows who Ariana Grande is.
I bet you are European, because like she was a huge at like the European like music awards. Like she won a bunch of awards. So our European listeners probably know who Rosalia is. Malamente is amazing. Piensa tu mira is amazing too, and so is Di mi nombre. And aquí no la sales.
Aquí no say my name.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening. So you know what it is. You know who it is. This is Lacey. This is the Friday show. You know what it is, though, so I don't even have to tell you. But I'm telling you again. It's the Friday show. I'm just recorded on Wednesday.
I just want to interject real quick. This will definitely be the last thing we record for this year. We're in preparation for the new year, and we got some things coming up.
We might do another Friday. No, probably not. I hope not.
I'd rather just like completely cut off for the holidays, because we got 2 more holidays coming up. I'm gonna try to up our production game a little bit. So
we gotta get back on Twitter.
Yeah. Everything's gonna kick back up on January.
Who's gonna do Twitter?
Oh my God, it's gonna be a year since we started.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh shit, we're gonna have to pay our podcast fee.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna do that, because
I
don't know. Don't worry about it. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you for listening, and please don't forget, worship your Lord and Savior stamps.com. Just please eat of his flesh, lick the stamps on his body, and put it on your envelopes. Thank you so much.
I love it.
Bye, stamps. Goodbye.
I'm his fiance.